Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tushara's Math Academy. Today I'm going to do the grade 11 English medium second term graphs chapter. The first part of the graph is how to solve the simultaneous equations using graphs. Okay, solving simultaneous equation. Actually, I would say that is actually unwanted method, right? Because you know how to solve the simultaneous equations using algebraic method, right? Very well, right? Now look at this. This is true. Y minus 2x is 2. Y equals x minus 1. Right? When you have two equations like this, you make y as the subject, 2x plus 2, and draw this graph. Right? You know how to draw the graph? Straight. You get a value table, take x values and get the y values and draw the graph. Then here also you make y as a subject, x minus 1. Draw the other graph. Now when you draw the two graphs, there you get an intersecting point. The coordinate of the intersecting point is minus 3, minus 4. This is the x value. This is the y value. Okay, right. This method also easy, right? When you draw the graph and the intersecting, find the intersecting point, right? That is x value is minus 3, y value is 3. Then the simultaneous equations, x equals minus 3 and y equals minus 4. That is the first part of this lesson, how to solve the simultaneous equations using graphs, right? I assume you are right. We don't focus much on this part because that is not a good method. And most of the time you don't get in the exam also. Right. Now you go to the curve graphs. Now we know as you know, you have straight line graphs, curve graphs. Straight line graphs we have done in grade 9 and 10. Curve graphs, you are doing 10 and 11, right? Okay. The formula of the curve graph is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. The example is given like this. Y equals, I'll take one example. Y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Prepare a value table to draw the graph from minus 2 to plus 4. But when they give the value table, you get the y. Once you get x squared minus 2x minus 3, then y. You add these three numbers, there you get y. Sometimes some children, they substitute and get. Right? In the exam, you don't get like a table like this. They fill halfway and you have to fill the other half. So in that case, you substitute and fill. Right? Okay. No need to draw the complete graph. Then now in grade 10 also you have done the graphs. Right? You get a curve like this. Okay? Curve like this. Right. Under the graph, they will ask some questions. Now we'll study this graph. Look at this graph. This is a minimum graph, right? Now, sometimes they will ask the range of y value where the y decreasing positively. This range is called decreasing positively. Decreasing positively. What's the range? X is less than minus 1. For all of x less than minus 1, this graph is decreasing positively. Decreasing, right? Or decreasing. This part is decreasing negatively. Decreasing negatively. Right? What's the range? This is the range, X range. Up to here, it's here, and from here to here, decreasing negatively up to here. From here to here, then what's the range? X is less than 1 and greater than -1. Right? And now this is a turning point, reflecting point. It goes like this. Then this is increasing negatively. Increasing negatively. Negative. Right? What's the range? This is the range. Then you can write X is less than 3 and greater than 1. This one, increasing positive, increasing positively. Right, that is X is greater than 3. That is the range, the X value. Right, those are the range. Right, now what is this range actually? This is called, the function is negative. Negative function. What is the range? X is less than 3 and greater than -1. Function is negative. Function is negative. Negative. Right? If the function is positive, how do you write? The region of these two. Positive range. Positive range. That is X is less than -1. X is greater than 3. And you write separate. That's how you write the regions. Right. Now we'll go further. Now we'll see how to answer the questions. Different questions are there in the graph question. Right? Now, is this a maximum graph or minimum graph? Is it a maximum graph or minimum graph? But if you have a graph like this, it's like going to a well, that's a mean graph. If you are going to like a climbing a tree, that is a max graph. By looking at the graph, you can say. When you get the equation, how do you say? Plus or minus 8. So, how do you write? When you have only the equation, in the first paper, they will give the equation like this. X plus or minus 8 to the power 2 plus or minus 3. Right. If the sign is plus, that's a mean graph. If the sign is negative, that's a max graph. From this value, you get max. So if it's a max graph, you get a maximum value. If there is a minimum graph, max or mean value. Values, you get max or mean values from this. From this, you get the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. That means to get the axis of plus or minus a, it should be equal 0. Then a will go to this side, x equals minus o plus a. The signs will change. That's how you find the equation. We'll learn that later. Now, according to our equation, y equals, what's our equation? X squared. I'll clean this. According to our equation, y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Right? Now you make this as perfect square. X squared minus 2x, you add 1. Add, divide by 2, that is minus 1 to the power 2, and then subtract. Minus 3. There you get, this part is x minus 1 to the power 2. Then minus 1 minus 3. I made the general format by using this equation. X minus 1 to the power 2 minus 4. Now you can answer, what is the sign of this? Plus. That's a mean value. Mean value. Right? I assume you can understand this lesson. Part. Okay? Now, Write the next. Go to the next one. Next question. Find the, now we found that's the minimum graph. Find the minimum value of the graph. This is the workings which I have done earlier. Find the minimum value. What's the minimum value? From the graph you can get, because you can see the graph is -4, cutting at -4. That's the minimum value. Using the equation, you make as the perfect square. Look at this perfect square. Then makes the minimum value is this -4. Right? Next question, write the equation of axis of symmetry. Right? By looking at the graph, you can get the axis of symmetry. Using the graph, how do we find the axis of symmetry? The graph is here. It goes like this. Then this is the axis of symmetry, x equals 1. That is the name of the line. Right? By using the equation, how do you get? From this you get axis of symmetry. You make x minus 1 equals 0. Then x equals 1. That's how you find the axis of symmetry. Right. Next one, write the coordinates of the turning point. Turning point has lot of name. Minimum point, write the coordinates of the turning point. Minimum point, reflecting point, vertex, lot of names are there. Time to time they will ask in different ways in the exam. Right? Actually from the graph it's easy to get because we have drawn the graph. Right? The turning point coordinates. Keep in mind coordinates you write in brackets +1 and -4. Right. Now we have already found the minimum value. By using the equation, how do you find? Minimum value and the axis of symmetry. Right? So minimum value is -4, axis of symmetry 1. From using this, you can get the coordinates of the turning point. Right. Next one, find the roots. That's a very famous question. Roots. Roots means the solution. Right? How do you find the solution of this? Right? By using the equation, how do you find the solution of this? This is a quadratic equation. Right? X squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. You factorize by using equation. X squared minus 3x plus x minus 3 equals 0. Then x minus 3 plus 1 x minus 3 equals 0. X minus 3 x plus 1 you factorize. Then you break into pieces. This equals 0. Oh, x plus 1 equals 0. X equals 3 and x equals -1. That's how you find using the equation. We'll see how to find using the graph. Right? The drawn graph is y equals x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Then what we want to find the roots is x squared minus 2x plus minus 8. Sorry, Nathaniel, don't write that. Now you subtract the first equation and the second equation. Then here you get y equals 0. On the graph, draw y equals 0. I'll go to graph and see. Now y equals 0, you have to draw on the graph. This is the graph. Draw the y equals 0 on it. This is y equals 0. This is the cutting point of coordinates. That is -1 and +3. That's how you solve quadratic equations using the graph. Right. Now look at the next one. Always not, you are not getting y equals subtract. Then you get y equals 5. Then draw the cutting point of y equals 5. And the roots are x equals -2 and -4. That you have to do by yourself. Now I assume you can understand this lesson. Subscribe my YouTube channel and click the bell icon also. You can get the future lesson. Thank you for watching my video.